Hey guys, it's Kylie. So tonight we're going to cook a recipe from Italy. It's called Penne alla Norcina. Oh, I don't speak Italian, and you don't have to speak Italian to cook Italian either. This one's actually so easy. It's just amazing how good it is. Just simple ingredients that go into it. So first we're going to cook some penne pasta, just according to package directions. You don't have to use the whole grain. I just want to try it out tonight to do something a little different. So any kind of penne pasta that you want, cook it according to package directions. Next, we're going to cook our Italian sausage. We're going to make our sauce in a separate pot altogether. So, who guessed it? I'm using this olive oil. So about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the bottom of that pan. We're going to take some Italian sausage. If you want it hot or mild, that is up to you. I have the sweet ground Italian sausage, so we're going to use that. It is 1 pound, so just get that opened up and over medium heat. Go ahead and throw that into your pan. You're going to break it up into small pieces as you go, so you want it just like in little bite-sized chunks. So go ahead and start breaking that up as you cook it, and then we'll come back and talk about the few things that we have left to do to it. Okay, so while the sausage is getting brown and it's starting to get crumbled up, see there's a little bit of pink still left in there. It doesn't have to be fully cooked. Then I want to add some onions and garlic. So I've got minced garlic ready to go. I'm going to add about 3 cloves of garlic. And I got 2 good-sized onions already chopped up, ready to go. I like them in slices so that I have pretty big chunks whenever I cooks down, so you don't want them like little bitty minced up pieces, so just big chunks of onion. And they can actually go in there together with that sausage while it's finishing up getting brown, and they'll cook down a little bit before we add our next steps to the sauce. So just make sure you got enough oil in there that it's going to catch those onions and garlic. Chop them down and then let that finish browning up. Okay, so once the onions get to where they're a little bit translucent and the meat is actually brown, then you're going to add some white cooking wine. So I have 1 cup of cooking wine. We're going to turn up the temperature just a little bit, maybe just under medium high. And we want that to reduce. So we're going to let that have a couple of minutes so that it can reduce by about half. You're going to see the liquid go down by about half in order to do the next step. We'll go ahead and add our salt and pepper. So about half a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to overdo it. And then about the same of pepper, about half a teaspoon. Up to you. If you want to spice it up a little bit more, you can add some crushed red peppers to it. Like I said, you could use that hot spicy sausage instead of just mild sausage. But just a little something to give it a little bit more heft. About a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. If you like it really spicy, then use your spicy sausage and add your crushed red peppers to it. We're also going to add some mushrooms. So somebody forgot to put fresh mushrooms on the list. So we're going to use canned mushrooms, which I've already drained all the liquid out of those. So you can equally use that, or you can use like an 8-ounce sliced mushrooms to throw in the pot. They're both going to be good. Fresh mushrooms, probably going to taste a little bit better, but this is going to work just fine. So whichever you have in the cabinet, whichever you want to pick up, and I'm going to go ahead and throw those in the pot too. We want that to reduce by half, and then we're going to add some cream to it. It'll be a cup of cream. We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, and now it's reduced by half. I'm going to add in a cup of cream. I'm going to turn that temperature back down because we don't want it too high whenever we've got our cream added into it. With that, we're also going to add some Parmesan cheese. A handful. I'm going to add about a cup of Parmesan cheese because I have big hands. So stir that together. That way it gets good and melty. You can go ahead and toss in your pasta with that so that it gets coated in all that creamy goodness. So I'm going to take my pasta, pour it in, and gently toss it together because this pot is full. So toss it together. Really, I mean, it doesn't have to do much. You just want your cheese to melt, and it's going to be delicious. So if you make it, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I am available on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So be sure to follow me.